Introduced to my sport on 5th Street. That's where I grew up, playing neighborhood games, wiffle ball, pee-wee ball, fast pitch tennis ball, any kind of ball you could find, we played pretty much regularly. Then moved to Brunswick, where I actually started playing Little League baseball at 12 years old. Ended up playing Babe Ruth Legion High School in Brunswick. Played 2 years at FCC, and then got drafted and ended up playing 3 years in the Orioles organization. One of my biggest obstacles would have to be not understanding the process when you don't have a lot of people around that are familiar with how the steps work. I think you're not as aware of what you have to do to make it to the big league. People that inspired or I would say helped along the way in my sports dream I'd have to go back to 5th Street and give credit to Danny Miller, who always had a game scheduled, always had stats for everyone, always kept things going so we had something to do. For him to be that dedicated, and he was probably one of my biggest influences as far as people as I was growing up in Frederick. Another person that I think opened a lot of doors for me was John Hammond, one of the coaches on the 16, 18-year-old Babe Ruth World Series team. He pushed me during that month and a half of practice harder than I'd ever been pushed, and I think it showed in the game that I pitched, and it opened up a lot of doors and opportunities that I probably wouldn't have had otherwise. The one memory that stands out the most that'll, I guess, be in baseball history is we played a 27-inning non-stop baseball game in Burlington, North Carolina against the Indians back in my first year of baseball. And I think it was the longest continuous game that's ever been played. I've coached the gamut of sports in Frederick, from rec basketball to football to travel baseball, Babe Ruth baseball. I think I've covered pretty much everything, and most of the kids up until now in Frederick, from Frederick National to Brunswick to Thurmont, Middletown. And I still continue to coach football and baseball. So I've pretty much been coaching the last 20 years. I love coaching. It's not always easy, but I love coaching and seeing the growth in kids. It means to me to be inducted in the Sports Hall of Fame. It's a true honor, and I mean that from my heart. It's the who's who of Frederick County baseball.